Whoa, hot, too hot to hold, this might control. Pass that old gold. Whoa, hot, too hot to hold. Native in the jam with the flow.
Well, I'm a BMX bandit, damn, you can't stand it. Into a backflip, tail whip, one-handed, and then land it to go pro gold. Yo, there's no holding me back, cause I'm out of control.
Whoa, hot, too hot to hold, this might control. Pass that old gold. Whoa, hot.
G'day everyone, I'm Johnny Pollard. Welcome to Fuel TV's exclusive presentation of the 2006 BMX Games. Joining me once again this year, we've got Matt Holmes, editor of 2020 BMX Magazine. Mate, big day out in the background of this event. It's going to be electric today. What's your expectations of the event this year?
It's going to be hot. We're going to have something like 80,000 people wandering past from the big day out.
And who are some of the big names that are going to be hanging out?
Well, it's been fantastic. The last year's seen a lot of Australian guys killing it. So we've got the likes of Ryan Gutler, Luke Parslow, Cam White, guys who are standing on the podium all around the world at the moment.
And we've got like our local boys, Luke Fink, who was like defending champion and podium in nearly every event last year.
Definitely. Luke Fink will be back to try and avenge his loss in mini ramp last year, take it out in park again and try and place in the top 3 in dirt. The kid's got skills.
And what about some of these young guys coming up through the ranks? Because Australian BMX, the level's just going through the roof at the moment.
There are some serious depths in BMX over here. It's pretty crazy, you know. There's a lot of unknown faces here who are making it over this huge set of dirt jumps down here. We're going to see a lot of guys step up and, take it to the top.
Now, for everybody that didn't have the chance to get down here and experience the magic live, Fuel TV this year is doing 5 solid hours coverage of this event. That's 5 hours, 1 episode for each discipline. So we're going to show you everything as it goes down, blow by blow. You're not going to miss a thing. I don't know about you, Matthew, but I'm quite excited.
Damn, I'm excited too, Johnny.
All right, well, let's take a quick look at how this event has evolved so quickly in such a short period of time.
Gymnastic, check my flow. From a b-boy origin, a Sunday studio. With these raps, how could you know my flow? If I keep it one up, I take it and start when I run. Mine, split the lines, and each concussion does nice now think. Who was lost up on stage that night? Who's the killer? It's got to be deaf and die. Look, the fingerprints found all over the mics. Makes you take notice like a lotus and satisfy like a tiger by all these killer rats crew. I think they side, both related, that's right. No West, that's for these. Human MCs blowing the breeze like leaves dropping from trees. I sweat them like blocks of cheese. With the multiple cores to stop sporting these fat laces. We the play for cowboy soldiers into the deep jungles of hip-hop. Keeps consuming me like a...
I think it'll only get bigger and better. Riders will now tell their friends, and word of mouth in BMX is a big thing, so it's only going to go places from here.
Australia, underground and area, 51 with Celsius and Center. Wrote this shit clear, 31 to go international, into 99, international, into 99. Flashing my mellow to my left, then push my mellow to my right, sing my mellow to my back. Boys and girls to my front. We give the people what they want. Kilowatts get 31. Keeping the dream alive. International like hieroglyphics. 95 with the likes of Mo 2. Got a freestyle tattoo by Lumen. Tune into true static free frequency. Out of west to the rest. This encounter of the second kind killer. Watch rocks journey through the mind and clocks weller. Grit for 99. Speaking to you in 2 tongues. Got 31 tons of convoy. Fino producto. Como importado. Vino pega justo. Remember Norway 90. Implant charts and number. Like the bomb we go worldwide. We perform live all sides of the island. Confide in the style and combo. They know it's how the song go. B-boy with a stronghold. On the M-I-C-I.
BMX Games is going to be my first comp in 3 years in Australia, so pretty excited about that.
I'm glad to be back. It's Australia, Sydney. Don't want to ever not come to this place. There's a contest here and just can't wait to see what happens.
Anybody that can put on an event in Australia, I'll always be a part of and back, because I know this is our home country, so we always got to support it.
The people are so into it. I mean, in practice, you do a backflip, you do 360 tail whips, they go nuts.
Pretty much all we've got, other than rider-run competitions. It's the only mainstream competition that we've got.
And over here, kids are still sending themselves, so it's awesome. I just want to ride with Australians, to be honest. And no person in particular, just random people.
I'm sure there's another 20 kids there that are just going to open everyone's eyes.
I don't know half the kids' names up there, but they're really impressing me.
Every year I come back, so many people progress. And just by watching practice today, I can already see that there's going to be some rippers this weekend.
It's not really just one person, just everyone I want to ride with.
It's good for the younger guys. They've got an amateur class and a professional class. So all the younger guys are coming up. It's just, we need it.
If anybody's willing to put on a contest, especially as big as this in the Homebush Stadium and all that, I'll always come.
Looking forward to it, the BMX game's going to be great.
All right, let's check out the dirt setup from the rider's point of view, courtesy of Mongoose's Andrew Gull. Okay, get psyched, because here is a super steep roll-in. Once you hit the flat bottom, you've got about 3 meters and all of 1 second to prepare yourself for the first kicker. At this point, the rider is focused on nothing but re-entry. Assuming you're still on your ride, keeping it smooth is essential for keeping your speed. In Andrew's case, he's pulled his head back and gone for the backflip. You're back on the ground, roll it out smooth, turn around, and get prepared to do it all again.
Whoa, hot, too hot to hold, this mic control. Pass that old gold, whoa.
Homebush Bay Brewery King of Dirt was the first event for the 2006 BMX Games, set against the backdrop of the Big Day Out Music Festival, with a roaring crowd thirsty for action. Each rider had 3 chances to impress the judges, with the best 2 runs counting. Only 8 riders had a chance to make it through to the final. With the level of dirt jumping having gone through the roof in Australia, the big-name pros knew they had to be on their game because they're a pack of fearless, hungry unknowns that had a lot to prove. Shane Conlon from Coffs Harbour is back to defend his title. Some big news for the event was that this was Colin McKay's first competition in Australia for 3 years. The biggest name in BMX right now is without a doubt this man, Ryan Gutler. After winning or at least placing top 3 in every international competition last year, Ryan came home and was ready to set a new Australian standard. Another of the Aussie invasion crew that's taken the world by storm is Cam White from Canberra. His super dialed style and big bag of tricks are sure to keep Gutler and all the other riders on their toes. Dane Searles is a young up-and-comer swiftly making his mark on the Aussie dirt scene, not only recognised for his big tricks, but his big old bars. Luke Parslow came down hard at a recent event and is only fresh back on his bike, but he was here to have a crack at stepping up his number 2 spot from last year's event. 19-year-old Cam Pienta from Victoria is another young cat who is turning heads. This kid goes big. Luke Fink. What can you say about one of the world's most original and talented riders? However, after driving all night from Melbourne just to make the event, his form was in question. Daniel Dunn, aka Mozzie from Adelaide, turned 17 today and no doubt planned to celebrate with a podium finish. Andrew Gull is in his element in the dirt and has rocked up to this event with all guns firing. Corey Nasty Nastasio is an all-time dirt jumping legend and one of the most influential riders in this discipline. He's here to represent the home of dirt jumping, Southern California. Rounding out the field of riders were young up-and-comers, but no strangers to the BMX games, the hard-hitting Dave McComb, brakeless Mick Bazan, recently promoted to the pros PJ McKellar, and Mongoose dirt specialist Tim Fountain. Now that we know the crew, let's get down and dirty with the qualifying. Having Colin McKay back on Aussie's soil was as much our pleasure as his.
I haven't been to a comp in 3 years in Australia, so excited for it all.
Colin's years of competition experience really showed as he spun the first set. It was obvious that he had a plan.
My first run, I just decided to run with 360s because no one else was really doing that, and that's the only way I think I can stand out. I definitely don't try and qualify first. I don't try and go off, but I just try and do clean runs.
Colin wasn't the only man with a plan. Melton's own Andrew Gull put down a run that was smooth and safe, not risking anything too early.
Find it easier just you. Hey, stuck in my world, I can't relate.
So what's your strategy to get through to the finals?
Just stay on my bike, basically. Consistency is like sort of my thing, so we try and go with that.
Although Cam only just learnt the front flip a week before the competition, he wasn't shy about throwing it into his early runs to make a big impression.
He's definitely a standout. Like, that kid's crazy. He's got some skills.
Yeah, it's a bit sketchy, but, you know, these things happen. They're big jumps.
Cam's front flip was the first of the day, but it was by no means the last. Next to throw down the gauntlet with this massive new trick was Dane Searle, the other young gun who impressed some of the biggest names in Australian BMX.
In prelims, noticed Dane Searle. He's definitely one to watch out there.
Dane Searle, he's got a lot of big tricks and a lot of style.
Unlike Cam, Dane had enough speed and control after the front flip to trick the second jump and came so close to pulling this sweet 360 tail whip. While Cam and Dane are turning heads with their front flips, they weren't the only young guns to pull big tricks. Both Mozzie and Dave McComb both opted to put their money on one trick and landed clean double tail whips. Apart from Gutler and White, only a few others had this trick dialed.
Pretty hard, like, to keep up with what everyone's doing at the moment, but I guess you got to do it if you want to be up at the top and be the best.
Ask any rider what makes a good dirt comp, and they'll most likely say good dirt, good jumps, and no wind. Unfortunately, this wasn't the case for the qualifying jumps.
Just the second jump was really rotten in prelims. It was just mellow, and I think someone put jelly in it overnight or something.
It's like bubblegum. It rolls real like ushy-gushy.
The quality of the jumps improved as the day went on, but not before taking a few victims. Corey Anastasio being one of the biggest.
The jumps are just not nasty at all. Like, unfortunately, he can't really express himself the way he would generally. Like, he's usually letting loose, flipping first set, blasting massive 360 second. They're just not suited for him, unfortunately. So.
To Nasty's credit, he still put on a good show for the crowd and landed this killer backflip X up to turn down.
I just come to ride, you know, have a good time. Whatever, but as far as the jumps...
The quality of dirt jumps is but one factor that influences a rider's performance. Another is competition experience. PJ McKellar and Tim Fountain, whilst having solid dirt skills, failed to score enough points, but still demonstrated the depth of Australian riding talent, highlighted by Tim landing his first ever front flip, rolling away fairly clean. While his teammate Cam White was the first to congratulate. Mick Bazan entered just so he could land that one trick. Mick went for this backflip no-hander to no-footer. He ate it pretty hard, but wasn't satisfied.
Well, after the first try, my bike must have landed on the handlebars and pulled him back. So I just readjusted him and thought I'd give it a go.
Speaking of banging new tricks, Luke Fink was another rider to pull out his new weapon. This original and innovative trick hasn't been seen in competition before and was a standout during qualifying.
On the cover of 2020 magazine next issue, I reckon.
Oh, that was rad. I want to make it through qualifying, so I have to unleash stuff like this, don't I?
What is that called even?
Pig rooter.
Like all professional athletes, injury is no friend to a BMX rider. Not only does the body take time to heal, but a big crash can psych out a rider and shatter their confidence. Luke Parslow was in excellent form at the end of last year, but a big front flip crash on the Gold Coast was still a little fresh in his mind, and it showed as he failed to find form. Yet there were still glimpses of Luke's killer trick list, like this trademark turn-down backflip. After losing last year to Shane Conlon, Luke would have liked to have had a better performance this year.
Not having fun at all right now, but we'll see what happens.
The reigning king of dirt, Shane Conlon, wasn't completely healthy either. Add that to the pressure of having to back up last year's win. Shane still put together a solid first run, but was definitely not in the same form that won him the comp last year.
Just trying to ride and have a good time. I'm a bit hurt at the moment, so I'll just try my best and see how it goes.
The showdown between Ryan Gutler and Cam White was inevitably going to be spectacular. Off the dirt, these guys are great mates, but when it comes to competition, there is no holding back. With both riders having a similar bag of tricks, they both know that there's no room for mistakes.
We had this contest over in Vegas where you went head-to-head against somebody. I remember I put my hand in to pick out who I was riding against, and I was just like, not Cameron, because he is seriously like one of my hardest competitions.
When I'm with him, I ride probably my best because we have a sort of a similar style as such, but he's always one step up, you know.
And he's getting better and better by the day. Like, he progresses so fast.
Regardless of the wind, dirt or jump size, both Ryan and Cam are true professionals and will always bring their A game. Cam was the first to drop and set the benchmark with his front flip double tail whip.
Pulling out the big guns to start it off. You must be pretty keen to get into that final.
Yeah, pretty keen. They only take 8, you know, and there's there's so many amazing riders here. Why hold back? You know, you can't in a competition like this.
A few riders later, Ryan stepped up to the platform and threw down a run that wasn't quite his usual level.
Pretty much scratched that run. It wasn't even up to date to these kids' standards.
With the luxury of dropping the lowest score, Ryan had to step up his next run.
Second jump's really small, and for me it's hard to get a 720 out of it, so that was kind of a roll of the dice right there to get that run out.
With all riders now on the dirt and the runs on the board, the qualifying was shaping up to be the festival of madness that the core BMX fans came to see. Hang around till after the break and see the completion of the qualifying and find out which riders make it through to the final.
Tripping over myself with double standards. Troubles come all at once, but can you manage? Landed here, we move the crowds like fanfare. Invade into your territory by land, air, or sea. These MCs spread smooth like cream cheese.
Hot, too hot to hold. Native in the jam with the flow.
Alright, we're here to bike down with Cam White, riding from Mongoose Bikes. How you doing, Cam?
Good, mate. How are you?
Not too bad. Good bit of dirt jumper extraordinaire. You want to run us through your little Mongoose?
I'm running the Mongoose Fuzz Pro frame, the 2005 model. The reason I'm running the 05 and not the 06 is because I like the American bottom bracket, mainly because I don't run a spacer. Got the redneck light stem, Odyssey dirt forks, pretty much the best forks ever made.
You're running a different seat pole setup and seat setup.
Yeah. Sure am. It's an SDG seat and seat pole. It's actually a plastic seat. A lot of people would think it'd break easy, but I've never broken one or bent it or nothing. I'm still rocking the old gyro, you know. I love bar spins. I got Primo magnesium pedals, tenderizer ones. I have Primo e-brakes. I have a Sun Big City rim on the back with an Odyssey cassette hub. I have titanium bolts. Nuts, on my rear axle, and I have a tie spindle, and that's pretty much the only titanium I have on my bike.
All right, Cam, thanks very much for your time and good luck at the games.
Whoa, hot, too hot to hold, this my control, pass that old.
Give us the breakdown of what you're looking for on dirt.
Okay, dirt's probably a little easier to judge because it's limited to the 2 or 3 jumps that you've got in the setup. Again, you want people to be going big, technical tricks, big tricks, and maybe like new stuff that you haven't seen before. But yeah, just smooth flow through the jumps, going big and pulling off the hard tricks.
Okay, it's time to get down to the business end of the qualifying. Each rider has laid down their first runs and now need one more to capitalise and make it through to the finals. In the earlier runs, Cam White and Ryan Gutler were the clear front runners, with Colin McKay also standing out with his dope 360s. The final 8 was by no means guaranteed though, with one single mistake or crash meaning the end of someone's finals hopes. Scraping through to the 8-man final was Mozzie, who stuck this sweet nothing to Superman seat grab. As Mozzie only turned 17 on the day of the King of Dirt, it was a pretty rad effort that he made the final 8 riders. Also scraping through was qualifying reigning King of Dirt injured Shane Conlon.
Every time if I land hard, the shoulder sort of like half pops out and just goes all gay on me.
Regardless of the sexual orientation of his body parts, Shane managed to stick this backflip turn down to give him the chance to defend his title. Only a few months ago, the front flip was the trick save for finals or when you really had to step it up. With only a handful of pros that could actually do the trick in international competition, it was such a gnarly sight to see so many front flips in qualifying. But as we found out, it was actually easier to front flip the first jump as opposed to a straight jump.
Such a hard jump to get over, and when you do a front flip, you're leaning forward anyway, so it's just helping everybody get over it. Like, I can barely jump that in practice, so once I do a front flip, I'm over it easier.
With this in mind, it made sense that Cam Pienta continued to throw them down in his second run. This time, Cam threw down a cleaner front flip to this fully extended Superman seat grab, showing that this younger rider from Melbourne has style to add to his big tricks. Also proving that he was more than just a front flipper, Dane Searle bucked the trend of front flipping the first and opted for this creative combo of a tyre grab to X-up before unleashing a clean-as-you-like double whip.
I'm just lucky that the tricks I do are up there and they're hard to do, but there's a lot more harder tricks than that, than double tail whips and front flips and stuff.
If front flips are the new black, then Luke Fink's pig rooter is sure to be the new pink. Backing up his pig rooter run, Luke reached into his bag of tricks and pulled out this regular 360 over the first set, joining Colin McKay as the only 2 riders to spin the first set. He then went old school with this no-hander.
So bloody typical of Luke Fink. When everyone's chucking new school, Luke pulls out all the old school tricks. Is it part of a strategy to be cool or win?
No, I'm old.
Unfortunately, Luke Parslow couldn't really improve on his first run, though despite not making it through to the finals, it seemed he was happy just to be able to walk away from the comp and not having to visit any emergency rooms. With the quality of the jumps still in question, Nasty's backflip on the first set was a massive trick. In any other comp, a backflip would barely impress a judge, but over these young jumps, this backie was off the hook. Unfortunately, when he cased the landing on his second jump, he bent his handlebars and put himself out of the race.
I'm done. Thanks for coming. See you at the party.
Continuing to follow his game plan, Colin McKay once again spun the first set, adding an X-up, then launched this tech combination of tail whip to X-up.
I was feeling a bit more confident, threw a little X-up in there and couldn't do a stock tail whip because there was 37 at least in practice.
Straight after Colin's run, Andrew Gull dropped in for his last run.
So what do you reckon it's going to take to get through to the final?
Yeah, just consistency, tricks on both sets and stuff like this. He's going to be in the final. I watch him all practice and he's so clean and dialed. Yeah, Gull's in there.
With the wind still being a big factor, Cam White knew he had to stick another solid run to ensure his place in the finals.
They take 2 out of 3, so I got to pull one more and then I'll take it easy.
His front flip was clean, but he didn't quite have enough momentum to blast the second jump. His experience really showed, however, as he pulled this truck to X.
Getting windy, wind's really hard. So that was a bit of a scraper, but I was happy I got it.
After dropping his first run, stomping a massive second run with his 720, Ryan Gutler knew his spot in the finals was by no means guaranteed. The pressure was on to land a run to ensure he could make it through and live up to the hype surrounding his name. Sticking with the front flip on his first, Ryan then stuck this 3-whip and confirmed his spot in the 8-man final. So after battling each other and the elements, we have 8 men, well, 5 and 3 boys if you count Mozzie, Dane, Cam, to compete for the Homebush Brewery King of Dirt title. Qualifying first was Colin McKay, followed by Andrew Gull, then young gun Cam Pienta, Cam White, Dane Searles, Ryan Gutler, Shane Conlon and birthday boy Daniel Dunn. Stick around for the final after the break. Right now, let's find out a little bit more of where Cam White learns his tricks and perfects his craft before hitting the States for another season of invading the podium.
How's it going? My name's Cam White, and this is my backyard. Pretty much it, mate.
Alright, we're here to bike down with Cameron Pienta. All-round rider, how you doing?
Good, thanks.
All good. Give us a few words about your little setup.
Miller Lite frame, We the People. It's a street bike, but I like it. It seems to feel good on everything, which is, you know, what I do. It's not too long, it's a 20.6 top tube, which I probably should be on something longer, but yeah, it feels alright, so I'll stick with that.
Definitely.
Up front, I've got just the We the People Everlast forks. Pretty strong. Haven't bent them yet, so they're going alright.
Sure, you're running integrated headset?
Yeah, always have a lot of trouble with headsets, being a bigger sort of guy. Got the S&M medium light bars and the S&M redneck light stem. I run my seat up just a little bit higher. Don't like to have it slammed like the current fashion is today. Primo crankset, tough as nails. I haven't had any problems with them at all. Got the Odyssey Evolver brakes. My brakes don't ever work well at all, really.
Now you're running a split gyro cable.
Yeah, just find they work a heap better. Got the Odyssey detangler, which is good. Snap one cable and just lock it up with the built-in NARPs, which is really good.
Oh, good. And the smaller chainring on the front.
Yeah, just like it. It's nice and neat, keeps it out of the ways.
All right, Cam, well, best of luck at the BMX Games. Thanks so much for your time, man.
No worries. Thanks,
Good
man.
luck.
Catch ya.
Whoa, hot, too hot to hold. This mic control, past that old goal.
Everyone's starting from scratch again. Everyone's back on zero.
I reckon if everyone pulls all their runs, I'd hate to be a judge.
If everybody pulls their stuff, the judging's going to be hard and there's going to be a lot of ties.
I bruised my heel about 3 weeks ago, and I crashed my last run, and I stomped my heel again. So when Gula beats me today, that's my excuse.
It's finals time with an 8-man lineup, 3 runs with the 2 best counting. The finals lineup looks like this: Colin McKay, Andrew Gull, Cam Pienta, Cam White.
And those guys are going head-to-head with Dane Searles, Ryan Gutler, Shane Conlon and Daniel Dunn make up the 8. And dropping in first is our top qualifier, Colin McKay.
The jumps turned around real good for the finals. I knew overnight they would harden up a bit more, and the second lip was awesome. Like, it had a little pop to it.
I seen Colin McKay ride, and he was doing big 360s on the first set, and no one was 360 in the first set at all.
I went first, so I wasn't sure what people were going to do. I wasn't sure if people were just going to let loose and throw massive, but I just throw on 360s first set because I was watching that nobody was doing that.
Andrew Gull dropping in for his first run.
Casing that hit there, the pressure's on, you got one more set to go. What do you got up your sleeve?
Oh, I got no idea. We'll have to stay tuned. I don't know whether to go crazy or keep it consistent, but...
Go crazy, mate.
Go crazy? All right, let's get it. Yeah.
A big new force in dirt, Cam Pienta.
That was a beautiful thing. Were you trying to psych the boys out up there?
No, Cam just told me to go easy on him, so I thought I'd just give him something to go by.
Big bars, big style, Dane Searles.
My first run, I did a front flip and double tail whip. That's probably the biggest run I did. I like that run. Dane's gonna front flip and Gula's gonna front flip, and then we're gonna make Mozzie front flip. So it's gonna be a lot of front flips, but it's fun.
So what are you gonna pull out that's gonna separate you from the rest of the guys?
Front flip. I don't know. Double whip, first set maybe. See what happens.
Me and Cameron White are going to be really similar. Like, we were both doing front flips over first to double tail whip. So he was before me, so I was really going to watch what he was going to do before my run. And his first run was what I had in my head, like the front flip to the double tail whip, because it just kind of like, it's a big run and you stand out a lot. I saw not many people like spinning, like Colin McKay was the only one really doing 360 tricks and stuff, so I thought, okay, just stand out just a tad, I'll just do a 720. So my first run, I dropped in, front flip to first and 720.
Right up!
Alright, we're back.
Bring on the defending champ, Shane Conlon.
Shane, mate, you're defending your title here. Everyone's chucking front flips on their first hit. What's your strategy? How are you going to stand out from these guys?
I'm not. I'm riding so bad at the moment.
Why is that?
Because I suck. It's a bit windy and I suck.
Everything I did, I knew I could pull, so I don't know, just kind of, yeah, just keeping it simple.
Back to the top of the order, Colin McKay.
Haven't done a 3 no-hander in a few months just because I haven't seen any out here.
Yeah, it was good. I haven't done one of those for a while. Last like 3 or 4 I've crashed, so yeah, wrapped.
Coming from a place where you just sort of ride trails and you'll throw a trick when you feel ready sort of thing, it's a bit different to sit there and go, I'm going to do this and that.
On the street is we in the presence of the meanest.
Never done double to double? Front flip to front flip?
Tried it heaps but never got it, no.
Sick, dude. I think they'll still pay that even though your feet kind of slipped off there.
Oh well, if they don't, doesn't matter. It's all mine, I got it. Yeah, I love it.
So much do for free.
After Campianza's fronty to fronty, Dane Searles had to step it up.
Where the credit is, credit where the credit's due. 003 and begins with the 2. Started back in 79, I hit the front line, but now I got my nose to the grindstone. That's how I get.
I knew I had nothing against them guys, so I just thought I'd just try a split whip.
This is how we go.
I wanted to change it up because front flips are going down left, right, and center. You know, I wanted to mix it up, and you know, I thought I'll double whip the first set, double tail whip. It came out okay, and I missed the double truck again, did truck to X again. It's all right, not as clean as I'd want, but you know, at least I'm still standing. It's fun, it's a good time, good contest actually.
I knew Cam messed up a little bit. He said he wanted a double truck driver, so I was like, all right, well I'll do my first original run. I dropped him, front flipped the first into a double tail whip. Now I can sit back, just watch everybody, see what they did.
All right, how the hell are you supposed to follow that up?
Well, that was a nice way to finish off the competition.
Yeah, it's probably my best run so far. I was pretty happy that I pulled it all right compared to my other 2 runs.
Me and you did the interview.
I'm hoping to try a 360 backflip, so that'd be pretty cool, yeah.
Well, I'm hoping to see you do that.
Yeah, hopefully I see it too.
Cool, brother. But don't rely on him, just do it.
And then I said, but if Cameron does something good, I might just be more consistent and not worry about it and just do another consistent run. And then as I was riding away, I heard you go, oh, just go for it. Like, just do it anyway. So I was like, all right. So the whole time up there, I was just nervous. I knew I had to do it. And then Cameron White did a super good run. He did a double whip, and then he did the truck to X up again. And I was like, man, that probably sealed it anyway. And I was like, who cares? It's all fun. It's just my mates. Like, I don't care if I get first, second, third, fourth, whatever. So yeah, I dropped in. I wanted to do the front flip into it, but I didn't think I'd get enough speed. And I kind of messed up the rolling anyway, so I just got a speed jump and went to it. But because it is such a small jump, I'd have to really, really rotate into it to get the 360 upside down.
You gotta dance in the rain, kid. Even though you're feeling out of time, yeah.
It was definitely worth the try.
Wish I didn't land on my back.
Now you got to wash your shirt.
Yeah, I got to wash my gloves as well. It sucks. Oh well. I've been wanting to do that for a while, so it's cool just to let it fly. And I don't know, you get a little nervous for the first new couple of tricks, but I'll be doing that a lot this year.
With nothing to lose, it was all or nothing for Shane Conlon.
Underneath the seasons, do you stall for a reason? Does the pummel you trouble you through the winter again? Getting better for tomorrow, find the night that you can borrow, get a need.
I'm pretty happy, yeah. I landed with my feet off, but you can't have it every time.
Feeling that I got this way when my best friend to take come.
Hey, Dane.
Congratulations. Thanks. In second place with a total of 35 points, Cam White. 2006 King of Dirt champion with a total score, oh my goodness, 35.4. And he's squeezing in right Gootler.
No surprise that it came down to a Gootler and White showdown with the judges just giving it to Gootler.
Yeah, and how good was it to see the up-and-coming faces in dirt in Australia?
In my books, Cam won it.
Really?
Yeah, like nobody double whipped that first one. Like everybody front flipped it. And like to me, like, I don't know, if you can do a good run and you can stand out in front of the crowd, well then that's a better run. Like, you're not copying everybody, like you're not learning the same sort of tricks, you're being original. So in my books, Cameron White won. You won it, Cam. You always come second, but you won this one. First place, Cam.
Holy crap. Episode 1 off the hook. The King of Dirt. Did it exceed your expectations?
Oh, everything I wanted and more. Maybe a little bit of a front flip fest. The front flip being the new black by all accounts.
I know, you didn't have a chance unless you had it.
And you probably needed a double tail whip as well. I mean, Ryan Gutler, Cam White, in that order. Front flips to double whips. Cam even went double whip to front flip.
This year we thought we'd step in and give our own little prize. We're calling it Hungry Like a Wolf. It's going to be awarded to the rider in any discipline, or as many disciplines, who is the hungriest. Because quite often there's amazing talent that goes unrecognised, doesn't get a first, second or third, doesn't get a check. So we thought we'd concoct something pretty original. What do you reckon, Matt?
It's, I think it's almost alive. I'm waiting for it to start attacking that spine behind us.
Yeah, it's pretty nice, isn't it? Big shout out to the boys at Aesthetic Department, Stu and Tommy Fry. Thanks for hooking us up. Anyway, episode number 2. We're going to be right here at the Monster Skatepark on this apparatus behind us, the Spine Mini. It's going to be a major showdown. We've got Colin McKay, Ryan Gutler again, plus all these other unknowns that are coming out of the woodwork, ready to step it up and give these guys a run for their money, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the Spine Mini is probably the most hotly contested, because of the accessibility for all the kids in Australia.
I'm totally psyched for next episode. Spine Mini, do not miss it. Till then, peace.
Next time.
You're stuck in a rut now. You got to get up how. All you gotta do is try. I said get up, get up, get up. Put your hands up, get up. You got to put your hands up, get up, get up, get up. Put your hands up. Enslave everyone. Treat the symptoms, then we're done. Her cause was just a means to an end. Nowhere left to run. But all the traffic's building up. Inside is still the only place to hide. You're stuck in a rut now. You got to get up